In the world of traditional finance, the mindset is almost always centered on accumulation. We are conditioned to believe that to grow, we must hoard, that our security is directly tied to how much we can keep within our own four walls. But in the economics of the Creator, the math operates on an entirely different dimension. Most people, even within our own ummah, have been socialized to view zakat as a tax. It's often seen as a 2.5% loss on our hard-earned assets, a yearly chore we do to check a box. But if you look at the linguistic root of the word zakat, it doesn't mean tax. It literally means to grow, to increase, and to purify. It is not a subtraction from your wealth. It is the most sophisticated and effective growth strategy in existence. Today, we're moving away from the tax mindset and into the Barakah strategy. I want to show you why your 2.5% isn't leaving your life. It's actually the very thing that secures and scales your 100%. Why does the Sharia mandate this specific flow of money? It's to prevent what the great economist Ibn Khaldun called dead wealth. He observed that when capital sits stagnant in a vault, it loses its spirit. It stops serving the umran or the civilization. Stagnant money is like stagnant water. It eventually becomes toxic to the person holding it. Zakat is a brilliant anti-hoarding mechanism designed to keep the lifeblood of the economy moving. From a purely strategic perspective, when you release that 2.5%, you are stimulating the community around you. You are creating a healthier, more stable society, which in turn creates a more fertile environment for your own businesses and investments to thrive. You don't grow a garden by clutching your seeds in a fist. You grow it by deploying them into the earth. Zakat is your annual seed deployment. It purifies the rest of your wealth, removing the rot of greed so that the remaining 97.5% can expand. Think of your wealth like a mountain spring. If the water has no outlet, it eventually turns into a swamp. But if there is a constant, rhythmic overflow, new, fresh water is constantly pulled in from the source. Zakat is that outlet. By removing that 2.5%, you are performing a financial detox. In our daily lives, it's almost impossible to ensure that every single cent we earn is 100% free of accidental, gray areas, or minor ethical oversights. Zakat acts as a purification filter. It washes the rest of your assets, ensuring that what remains is tayyib, pure and wholesome. There is no point in having a 100% heavy bank account if it's full of spiritual toxins that cause anxiety in your home and stagnation in your soul. 97.5% of purified wealth will always go further, buy more peace, and create more impact than a full 100% that is spiritually clogged. One is a cage, the other is a legacy in the making. In the hustle world, ROI is strictly measured in cash and dividends. In the chic world, we measure ROI in Barakah, the invisible increase that defies standard mathematics. When you pay your zakat, you aren't just donating, you are investing in the infrastructure of the ummah. You are funding social stability, education, and the dignity of others. The Prophet, peace be upon him, gave us a divine guarantee when he said, "Wealth is not diminished by giving sadaqah." This is a mathematical paradox that Wall Street will never understand. When you release money for the sake of Allah, He opens doors of opportunity that no amount of strategic planning could ever touch. You might see a 2.5% dip on paper, but in reality, you're receiving an ROI in the form of protection from calamity, clarity in your decision-making, and rizq coming from places you never expected. Zakat is your ultimate insurance policy. As a modern muslimah, how you execute this strategy is just as important as the amount you give. Ihsan, excellence, is our aesthetic and our standard. Don't just pay your zakat as a mindless chore at the last minute. Treat it like a CEO reviewing a major investment portfolio. Be intentional. Research the organizations you support. Look for long-term impact projects. Things like women's microfinance, sustainable water solutions, or the wax of the future. When you pay your zakat with high-level intention, you shift your identity. You move from being a taxpayer to being a steward of Allah's assets. You are a partner in the ummah's growth, and that is where true financial authority and confidence are born. The next time you sit down to calculate your zakat, I want you to take a deep breath and smile. Don't look at that number as a loss. Look at it as a 2.5% purification fee that allows the rest of your empire to breathe, expand, and flourish. It is the secret ingredient that turns money into barakah. I want to hear from you. How has the act of giving changed your relationship with money? Have you ever experienced a barakah moment where giving actually led to an unexpected gain? Let's share those stories in the comments to inspire a new generation of wealthy, generous sisters. If you're ready to build wealth that carries weight in both worlds, hit that subscribe button for more halal and chic. Keep your heart rich, your standards high, and your life intentional. Assalamu alaikum.